life. Almost everyone that a curse is allowed in their life, they have the same kind of manifestation. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember one of our pastors, Pastor Way, was sharing testimony. There's a young man that they were in school together, secondary school classmates. By the time that he has graduated and married, right from the time that I knew, packaged in funny philosophies, people have just do whatever. That's how you are. And this point here is the point of lowest impact. But God begins to work upon you, bringing you towards accuracy. Look at all this now. Your life is not going to be like a triangle. It's just going to cut away things here, keep you from all these wrong things. Wrong things don't have to be evil things. Wrong things, many times, that are more dangerous are the good things that is not right for you to do. Paul said, all things are not needful for me. You must separate the things that are not sinful, but they are not needful. That something is not sinful does not mean you should do it. Are you following what I'm saying? I've said it over and over. You have life that is packaged in capsules of time. You have energy, you have talent, you have all those forces in yourself. And as you begin to engage in life, they are being used. Some activities in life will use those things without renewing them or enhancing them. They will blunt them. Some activities will use them and increase them and enhance them. Is that okay? God's help for us is to get us into activities that will enhance them while He's using them. Keep us away from activities that will use them and not enhance them. Do you understand? Your body is part of your assets. You keep your body healthy, you keep your body energy, youth, whatever. If by the time that you find out what you are supposed to do and you want to do it and the body is not in a condition to do it, what's going to happen? So God begins to work in you to bring you to accuracy. And at this point here, this point of highest accuracy here, and the point of greatest impact. Do you get that? Most of the time, people that the devil is attacking with curses, ancestral curse, different kind of curses, you find the curse manifest in their life with deceptive visions, deceptive ideas that waste time, waste energy, and reduce their worth in life. Almost everyone that a curse is allowed in their life, they have the same kind of manifestation. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember one of our pastors, Pastor Way, was sharing testimony. There's a young man that they were in school together, secondary school classmates. By the time that he has graduated and married, right from the time that I knew that young man at Lisha, he wanted to travel abroad. And he's been wanting to travel abroad since that time. Did not go to university, did not go to do anything. All his colleagues have left secondary school, gone to university, graduated, he's still wanting to travel abroad. Some people, when they finish school, that thing comes upon them. Instead of working for somebody, he wants to work on his own. First year, second year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. He's working on his own, has nothing to show for working on his own, and nothing like that. Just say, they did this idea. It's always these exotic, strange ideas that devil used to assault them. Everybody knows something is wrong except them. I'm sure some of you can pinpoint people like that around you. Time is going, life is going, nothing's happening. And most of the time, they are very difficult to convince. They are very strong in their willpower, which is a positive power that God gave them, that the devil has hijacked through a curse now, using their decision power against their future. He decided, this is what I'm going to do. Are you following what I'm saying? I remember a man like that when we were at MDS. The wife just came to me. They built their house, personal house at MDS, and it was a breakthrough that they got. And then 2 years later, the wife came to me and said that the husband came up with an idea that there's a project that he wants to invest money in, that this contract is going to bring multi-millions, but he needs money, and he's going to sell that house. The contract is going to work within some months, the money is going to come and all that. It didn't sound right to the wife. But where are we going to move to? I know we're going to do this and things like that. So they came to see me for counsel. I asked him 1 or 2 questions. By the time he's talking, I told him, I said, no, there's no evidence that this thing is going to work. And thank God he obeyed. He listened. Unwillingly, he accepted. The contract did not fall through. He will have sold his family house. I'm back from landlord to tenant. That's an ancestral cause that is trying to assault him and make it look beautiful. And I pray for you that the devil will not make something stupid look beautiful to you. Part of God's program to redeem us and make us safe is to make what will enhance your life beautiful and attractive to you. All right? The cause, when it's attacking a man, it makes things that will destroy him look attractive and sensible to him. Everybody say, what? Don't do this, don't do that. Are you following what I'm saying? Can you imagine that young man resign from a church? He doesn't have anything. He's been fasting since January. I said, what are you looking for? Do you get what I'm saying? Years ago, I met a man that the wife brought to me. They came to report him to me. That from, I think it was from Baden that time. He's been on a fasting for about 10 months. So I said, what are you looking for? Is it power you are looking for or revelation? Are you married? Yes. And what has your wife said about this fasting? Because sometimes it is the wife of people that get them in trouble. If your husband has been fasting for 21 days, 40 days, at least you know that there's 40-day fasting in the Bible. Any fasting that is more than 40 days, you should report to somebody. How far I'm saying? You can still understand 7 days fast, we see that in the Bible. 3 days fast, we see in the Bible. 21-day fast, we see in the Bible. 40 days fast, we see. Now, this is 42nd day. My dear, this fast is not over. 43rd day, 45th day. If you have a pastor, go and report to your pastor. Okay? There should be, you know, I've cancelled people's fast, a lot of fasting that people have been doing. And what I'm saying, somebody came to me and said he's been fasting for some days now. What are you looking for? I'm looking for what God wants me to do. I said, you don't need to fast for that one. I'll give you something that God wants to do. Matthew 28. Matthew 28. Go and start doing evangelism first of all. That one, you can't miss it when you start to obey Matthew 28. You don't need to fast for that one now. Start with that one. Okay? Settle down in church. Let them find a committee for you to start working. Because God is always seeking to get you into safety. And safety is not something you define alone. Don't forget that. The devil is always seeking to isolate you. In isolation, the devil can hit you bad. So God is always seeking to get you into safety. In the multitude of counselors, what does the Bible say? Safety. So when you are talking of safety, you are talking of multitude of counselors. When there is reduction of counselors in your life, your husband is not talking to his uncle again, he's not talking to pastor, that is friend, he's not calling him again. The devil is moving him into danger. You see danger by the reduction of counselors' voices of reason is reducing. And the man is claiming, I know what I'm doing. The woman is claiming, I know what I'm doing. I heard this voice. And that voice is separating him from counseling, from voices that used to provide safety. You know danger is coming. If people read the Bible, they don't go wrong. Okay? Very soon now, that spirit is going to tell him, don't read the Old Testament again, read the New Testament. Okay? And then after some time, we tell you, Paul is in error. Because Paul said something that contradicts Jesus. Don't read the epistle, read only the gospel. After some time, I say, read only Revelation. So he's not reading anything in the Bible except book of Revelation. And very soon, he will start a church waiting for Jesus to return. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to go to school. Jesus is coming back soon. Haven't you had people like that? I saw a revelation. Jesus is coming back in year 2021. One woman did that at leisure many years ago. Got all kind of people in problem. Jesus come back 2001 or something like that. Okay? That Jesus is coming back and people were trooping multitudes to that place. Okay? And I kept warning them, don't go, that woman is in error. There's no proof of any process in her life. Okay? There are men, there are people, they want big time Igbo businessman Lesha abandon his store in town. For an Igbo man to abandon his store and became a captive to that woman, the wife, a nurse, will come to me and say, come and help me, come and help me. I said, when you will tell to come to Bible study, you say I'm spending too much time. Now this is someone that is taking too much time now. I didn't lose any member. I feel I'm saying? Because they knew the truth. They've been soaking the word of God themselves. One you said the time, because isolation will lead you into danger. So God will seek to bring you into safety. Even if you're on your own, that you receive a special call, there will be safety that God will bring you into a network of people that can understand what you are receiving and interpret it correctly. If what you are hearing is conflicting what everybody is interpreting, hold it. There are decisions that you can't just take alone. Look at me now. We are here. Everybody is doing church and all that. And I just come up and say, God told me to resign from church and leave Nigeria. Huh? It's going to shatter too many people's life. What am I resigning for? Are you following what I'm saying? I will expect that mommy should first of all refuse. My children should refuse. The pastor say, excuse me, sir, that is different from what you have been telling us. Do you get what I'm saying? You can always know when somebody is taking a step of error. It will disconnect from everything he has claimed to receive in the past. There should be a congruence in the flow of communication. Do you get what I'm saying? And God will have people in your life that can help you if you listen. But the devil's attack is not one direction. He will bring an attack and put things inside you that will not let you listen. So that it blocks his ears from all the good voices that can talk to him. So we see here, Paul is having zeal without knowledge. But God will now bring you to the right process, keep you from wrong things. Is that okay? Now, right process is what I'm highlighting today. Right God, number one, that's salvation. Then right process to shape you. Right process include those people that will be called like Paul was called, but the generality of the people, the right process will be church. Because he said, on this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Did you get what I'm saying? Be careful if the process you are claiming does not include church. Now the danger there is this: the people that they are called will come outside of the church process. The depth of that call will justify that kind of visitation, and the pattern will not change. Most of the time when God called people like that, some of them may be literate, but you see that God has a plan, a high call for them. When God called the Archbishop in Hausa years ago, okay, God introduced him to church, but God also introduced him to people like Gordon Lindsay, introduced him to people like Pius GLT. He will have a pattern of safety for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So there always be a network. It's only a snake that walks alone. You know that? If you are in the bush and you see 3 snakes that are walking together, don't try to kill them. First of all, run. Men, they don't usually walk together. So now, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So he would do that. But now, the generality of people is going to be through church. Even people, Paul, the apostle, we saw him that God introduced him to the church at Antioch through Ananias. He's going to have the greatest apostolic assignment outside of the Lord Jesus Christ's ministry. Yet, he came through the process of the church. Somebody did the foundational teachings for him. Knocked out the error that is inside him. God put Barnabas beside him. He was taught by the Lord in revelation. They were taught by the Lord in person. So when Paul says, you know, the Lord showed me this tonight in a revelation, Barnabas could say it's true. He taught us physically. So there is that balance. I hope you follow what I'm saying. You must always seek to have that balance, because the calling is the most powerful thing that God can give any man, and it's also the most dangerous thing that can be in a man's life if he doesn't interpret it correctly. Is that okay? And the devil wants to get us into problem. Oh, I like that calling, I like this. And if you ask everybody here to choose what calling you like, you find people choose all kind of strange things. Some of my pastors eventually found out, oh, I'm not a teacher because I teach, I minister like that. And someone say, well, I want to teach like that. So you are not a teacher. From the flow that is inside you is not teaching. Why don't you yield to the flow that is inside you? Okay? And some eventually found out I'm not a pastor. Because he doesn't stop working on us, getting us into accuracy. I've done 35 years now. He's still working accuracy in me. So there's no time that you say, well, I've known all I need to know. God, there's nothing new that God is going to talk to me. No. Even at this level, one of the most dangerous things that happened to me, to ministers, I've seen ministers that are older than me in ministry. Are you following what I'm saying? That interacting with them, I could see why they are not effective. Do you understand what I'm saying? And some, in interacting, in sharing, they've been able to be helped. That, sir, why don't you find a resident pastor for the church? You are not a pastor. But God has allowed you to do church because church is God's ordination. Church is God's factory. Church is God's school. Church is God's training ground. But you are not a pastor. You are an evangelist. You are a prophet. You are a teacher. Why don't you find the resident pastor that will take this work off you? You are doing things that is making you ineffective. And when people yielded to that counsel, everybody's happy. That's what the apostle said in Acts chapter 6. It's not reason for us to serve tables. Let's have deacons. That's their own assignment. When they picked 7 deacons, out of the 7 deacons, 3 of them had callings to pulpit ministry. 4 of them had normal callings. All right? 2 of them had callings to pulpit ministry. 4 had normal callings. 1 entered into error, Nicholas. Became the founder of the Nicolaitans in the book of Revelation. All right? Because somebody is always going to open themselves up to the devil. So each person, you must be satisfied. There's no saying what God has in mind for everybody. Paul himself started as a soul winner, process, and then entered into the office of a prophet and teacher. We don't have any picture of, okay, where did he teach until he started writing letters to the churches. Okay? But at the point in Acts chapter 13, the Bible said there are some prophets and teachers gathered together ministering to the Lord. All of them had callings, prophet, teacher, or prophet and teacher. From the future writings of Paul that we saw, we knew that Paul was prophet and teacher, but that's not his destination. So if you saw Paul as a teacher, you will have thought that that's his final destination, or you saw him as a prophet, you think that, but it's apostolic that he is. Today you find preaching apostles and then teaching apostles. In the beginning of this teaching, I told you that when God calls you to the ministry office, there will be somewhere you are going to take off from. Apostle, prophet, evangelist, teacher, pastor, you're either going to teach or preach. Teaching or preaching is what we do to the word. Singing, drama, we do things to the word of God. Everything must flow from the word of God. God cannot call you to come and do anything in the Bible that we do, in the church that we don't see in the Bible. How what I'm saying? If God called you to the office of drama, you will take it, you will be doing drama of the word. If God called you to sing, you'll be singing the word. Okay? If God called you to minister in the offices of apostle, prophet, and evangelist, you either preach it or teach it. The flow is different. Okay? Sometimes you look at preaching apostles and teaching apostles. All right? A preaching apostle is most likely going to come up. Somebody say, well, I'm going to teach you on this subject, 7 points to this and this, 5 points to so and so. So he gives you 5 points. All right? He's a preaching apostle that is thorough. But then a teaching apostle, he's not going to give you 7 points. He may tell you 7 points, but that 7 points we are on it for 7 months. He's teaching and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Preaching most of the time leads to quicker manifestations of power demonstration, while teaching leads to more permanent membership and more solid work. So it's important that we recognize the difference. God gave us differently. Is that okay? But each one of us must now open ourselves up and say, Lord, what is it that I'm doing that is wrong? Keep me from them. But this morning, what I want you to settle in your heart is this. Have you come to the right God? One. Have you come to the right process? Two. And then, are you allowing God to keep you away from wrong things? You understand that? When you come to the right process, for most of us, is church. What are you doing in church now? Keep doing what you are given to do until God shows you what next. Is that okay? Keep doing. Keep watching the flows of God. Keep watching. Keep watching it. People have asked me this question: what if I find my call and my pastor is not agreeing with it? I say, go back over your journey. Okay? Are you sure God wanted you to be in that church? Yes. All right? If you are sure, then go to God and pray. You get what I'm saying? You don't need to react, you don't need to fight. If it is God's will for you to be there, He will work things out. Just like people come to me and excuse me, sir, I want to divorce. I'm fed up with my marriage. I say, okay, how did you meet each other? You know? You are married for 16 years now. How did you meet each other? God led me. God led you. You are sure. When did God change His mind? What is the problem that is creating this situation? Because you must go back to how you started. Okay? And then let us settle certain things. Somebody asked me, excuse me, sir, do you believe in divorce? I say yes. Say what? I said the Bible believes in it. The only problem is that you have to find out why you want to divorce. Is this something the Bible supports? I hope you feel I'm saying. Praise God. Amen. You married your husband as a Christian. Both of you are Christians. And 15 years down the line, your husband become an occultist and deny Jesus. All right? And insist that you should join him. Okay? Now, you know, because you can make the Bible to imprison people when God is not imprisoning people. You can get people into all kind of crazy things if especially if God has not called you to teach the Bible. Because teaching is not a matter of education. It's not teachers training college. Teaching is a divine function. Evangelist is a divine function. Minstrel is a divine function. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not juju musician. Do you get what I'm saying? The calling is divine. That's what we've been saying. Do you get that? Apostle is a divine function. Prophet is a divine function. Not that you just begin to guess. He's not philosopher. He's not psychologist. Amen? You know, when people come up with reasons that is not supported by the Bible that wants to separate, everybody gets fed up with each other regularly. How many of you agree with what I'm saying? Huh? Hello? That you get fed up with each other and say, look, I just want to stay. I mean, you are not in the mood to stay in the same place with your spouse for different reasons. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That is not enough reason to make it permanent. Somebody offended you, and you're angry. The anger will go after some time. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, but, you know, praise God. So the same thing concerning ministry. Go back and ask. Are you hearing what I'm saying? God called me. I called one young man who was here with us in ministry. And when we had pastor's meeting, I look at him in the pastor's meeting. And I called him and I said, what's your plan? You want to go? Let me know. He said, no, sir. 1.5 years I asked him, you want to go? He said, no, sir. And then eventually he left. And then he came to me and said, sir, I want you to forgive me and take me back as a son. I said, you are not my son. All right? You have not offended me. I'm not a greedy pastor. If I'm greedy, I will have a relationship with you. But it will hurt the person that has to repair the damage that you did. All right? Do you understand what I'm saying? And then yesterday, one of the young men that is in ministry called me, said, he sent me a letter that I should support his work and all that. And he said, how do I answer that kind of question? If somebody like that write me a letter and all that. So I said, if an angel goes to God and says, excuse me, sir, the devil approached me to help him, what do you think God will say? He said, I don't know. Another of the people that mommy is doing training for them online, he said, I have an answer, sir. He said, God will say, where did you come across the devil? I said, that's a good answer. If an angel goes to God now and say, excuse me, sir, the devil say I should help him. And God will say, where did you come across the devil that is helping? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, and I told her, I said, you see, that young man, he just made a mistake that he could have avoided. The things of his destiny is available for him. All right? He worked there. I asked him 1.5 years, look, I saw you are going to go. And I wanted to train him to go. Just like I told one of my first associate pastors